Okay.
Whoa. That's his was. Whoa.
What do you mean?
I may not get at the start, but I get there eventually.
2 hours later.
Wax on, wax off.
Cigarettes.
Excellent.
Hello, and welcome to Midlifers. We're your hosts, Fonz
And Miss.
and this is your weekly podcast where it's not self-help, but more help yourself to a smorgasbord of nostalgia, laughter, and a deep dive into the past.
Don't be a dick is where we're going to start today. So, don't be a dick when you drive is what we are bringing to the table today. And we're going to do you remember 90's Family Sitcoms.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we finishing with? We are finishing with Who Did a Better Battle. This is very topical because there's a new movie coming out. We're doing the original Bridget Jones.
Mhm.
This is Diary versus Muriel's Wedding.
Okay, let's jump in.
Yeah. So you look like a dick to me, so everybody just listen to me. This is how not to be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick when you drive, please. Dear God, don't be a dick. And this one, I will just relay this little story because I was a bit of a dick and I had a big dick come at me and I had a bit of a road rage incident a few weeks ago where someone sort of just didn't let me in. Might have given him the bird. He started braking suddenly, so I'd smash into him. I gave him the wanker signals. Okay, I did contribute to this. And then he stopped the car and proceeded to get out. And it's one of those times where it's like from a movie and it's like, oh my gosh, is this actually happening? So it's one lane and I tried to reverse, but the car was directly behind me. So I had nowhere to go. So I just had to cop it.
You were trapped.
I was trapped and it's this fiery, angry, older, like possibly Italian coming at me, but he's older, so that helped. If it was a young guy in his 20s or 30s, 40s, I would have been shitting bricks. But because it wasn't as much as that. It was because I had my daughter in my car with me. So
Yeah.
I started thinking, oh my God. Anyway, he banged on the window as just being a loony. And then we proceeded to go, and I actually had to go in the same direction as him for a little bit. And he was swerving all over the road, so I'd bump into him. And that was that. But he was a big dick. I will admit I was a dick too. So if I hadn't done that, this whole incident might not have happened.
But he didn't have to escalate that.
He didn't.
He escalated
He
it.
didn't, but there was a dick in there, which was me as well. So don't be a dick and flip the bird unnecessarily.
Yeah,
because,
be careful.
And my husband's always said, you don't know who's out there.
Correct.
There are crazies on the road. I confronted one of them. And since then, I'll tell you, I'm much more calm.
Oh, that's
Much more
good.
calm. So
Maybe it's a silver lining to it.
yes, yeah. And luckily no one was hurt, but it was, something that I'll remember. So don't be a dick and flip the bird, and just don't be a dick and just calm the farm. There's we also agree.
Can I add to this?
Yes.
I have a story.
Yeah.
Last week, I took my son to the optometrist and
Yep.
it was in unfamiliar territory. So I was in the right lane. I had to go into a slip lane. So I slowed right down to go in the slip lane. I had this guy in a red ute with Australian stickers all over it call me an idiot in front of my kids while I went to turn right into this optometrist. And I didn't hear it. I had the music. I don't care. And my son was like, Mum, he called you an idiot. I'm like, really? I don't care. It doesn't matter. Yes, but he called you an idiot. Why did he call you an idiot? I go, probably because I slowed down. Are you an idiot? No, I'm not an idiot. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
But it's like, just be patient.
Yeah.
And when you got kids in the car as well.
Yeah, it's full on.
Yeah.
Again, off the back of that, like if someone beeps you, because I have beeped someone before to get their attention, and then they get aggro and flip me the bird. I'm like, we're getting so what's the word, touchy that you can't beep at someone without taking offense to it.
Yeah.
If someone's beeping at you, it's usually for a reason. It's like, okay, just
Get off your phone.
get off your phone,
Get
move
off-
out of their way.
And get through the green light.
Oh, that's the
Sorry.
worst. Don't be a dick and please pay attention
Yeah.
at the intersection. If you get a green light, go.
Look, I'm not saying I'm perfect. Like back in the day when I was 18 and phones came out, I was on my phone at lights because it wasn't really illegal back then. It was when phones came out.
It's Wild Wild West.
Yeah, but now it's like get off your phone, know the patterns of the lights as well.
Yeah.
And it's 2 minutes that you're at the lights.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
It's funny if someone doesn't pay attention and they'll get beep and they'll quickly take off and then only one other car will get through. It's like, damn it. Stuffed everyone else up.
Do you know I once dated someone back in my 20s who didn't know road rules? So
I remember this. I was shocked.
he was 30.
Yeah.
I was 23. And he didn't know how to turn right without the without the green arrow, because there was no arrows. It's light. And he's like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm like, and I had to guide him how to drive through it. Know your rules. Your learners and the book are there for a reason. Don't let a girl 8 years younger than you guide you on how to drive.
On a basic thing.
Red flag. Red flag.
On a basic, imagine a hook turn. Imagine you a hook turn. Yes, this is a given. Or it's the unwritten rules in Australia. Don't stay in the right-hand lane on a freeway if you're not moving past the traffic. So we were just this yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was during the speed limit, but everyone's sort of in the right-hand lane. This is in a freeway. Usually goes 3-5 K's
10.
over, 10 K's over. That's what the right-hand lane's for.
Yeah.
If you're seeing these
And
cars banking
emergencies.
up behind you, it means get out.
You're too slow.
Too slow.
Mm.
Move out.
You have to be aware of your surroundings. You really do.
Yes.
Use your mirrors. That mirror. Those two mirrors.
Yeah.
Use them and
Yeah.
read the road, guys. Look, this is inside the car,
Yeah.
but whoever's driving is in charge
Yes.
of the stereo.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, that's your only opportunity. And I'm not listening to what my kids listen to. We
Yeah.
listen to Wicked, actually. My
Huh.
God.
Well, what I was going to say, whoever's driving's driving. They don't need to have your input on how bad you're driving or, be braking.
Backseat driving?
Backseat, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my mum's the worst.
Is she?
My husband is too. My mum's the worst because you can see the anxiety and the fear in her. And so I'm driving and she grabs the thing and then she does a fake brake. And I'm like,
It's cool.
it's 40, mate. It's all right. Then my husband, oh my God, the advice he gives me as I'm driving, like,
Really?
shush,
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah. If you want to drive, drive. Otherwise, hush. Shh.
Do you remember, is this dickish? But when we were younger and we were walking and people would give you the beep.
Oh, yes.
like,
that
is that
dickish.
like a 90s thing?
I think these days they'd be like, the women would be like,
No.
how dare you honk at me?
I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah,
I
I
loved getting a honk.
Yeah, I loved getting honked too. If I got
Yeah.
honked these days, I'd be remembering that for the whole year. That'd be my highlight.
But can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
This is Fonz's heyday moment. I was in Italy
Yeah.
and I bought this new dress and it looked fantastic on me. And a guy stopped his car in traffic to talk to me.
Oh, did he? Oh, that's cool. I like that. You own that. You get that tattooed on you. Get that story tattooed on you.
But it's like, he was a dick for that. But to me, he was God.
Yeah. I like
Fonz's heyday. I'm turning red just thinking about it. Yeah.
I would appreciate that story.
Yeah.
Another one that should go without saying, don't get up my ass, please.
Oh,
Yeah,
on the car.
In the car. it's not relationship advice. Yeah, in the car with someone who just has to, be getting there and you're seeing them like, slipping between lanes to just have to get that spot. Like, oh, just get out of the way. For those drivers,
Yeah.
I try to just get out of the way because
Yeah.
you know that eventually they're going to cause an accident. I want to get away from them. But do you have to be so impatient? Do you have to be right up there? No.
Mm.
And same, especially not to an L plater. Like,
I know, you got to be gentle with L
you
platers.
got to be gentle.
100%.
It's so annoying. Like, and my kids will be at the age soon where they're going to go through that. I'm not looking forward to it at all. But just give them space. Give people
Yeah.
space. Yeah.
With patience.
Patience. Be kind. Oof, that's a big
that's-
release, wasn't it?
Feel better. Miz, we're going to step back into the 90s. Family sitcoms.
Yes.
When they're playing at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock even, your family would all sit down to watch these sitcoms.
Yes.
Normally American.
Yep. Actually, I think all the ones I have are American.
all the ones, I didn't even think about.
Ah.
I have an Aussie one,
Oh, do you?
which I will divulge into
Okay.
later. So I'm having a guess that we have the same family sitcoms.
Mhm,
So
possibly.
I put on first Full House.
Yes, Full House is my number one as well.
Single dad or a widowed dad.
Yep.
Uncle Jesse
Mhm.
and Joey. Now,
Yep.
people thought Joey was Uncle Joey. He
Yeah.
was never Uncle Joey. He's just Joey in the show. It's the Mandela effect again.
Ah.
Yes.
So, he wasn't the uncle.
He wasn't Uncle Joey. It was
Who's
just
this
Uncle
guy?
Jesse.
Who is he
I
then?
don't know. Some
This
fucking
guy that Dave Alanis Morissette living in the house.
cut it out. I forget about cut it out. Oh my god.
But
Yeah.
it's funny about that, going to the uncles. I was too young at the time. I didn't realize how hot Uncle Jesse, John Samus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Could be my uncle. No, he was hot. I didn't realize.
He was very good looking, wasn't
yeah,
he?
he still is very handsome. But oh my Lord, he's hot.
But
I want to be DJ. DJ
oh,
Tanner.
DJ
Yes.
Tanner. Stephanie was annoying.
Oh, I
Always
find it
found her
kind of
annoying.
funny.
Remember she did the dance?
Yes.
And we did it at school the
Yes.
next day.
We're all copied, I think.
Yeah.
I must have had it recorded on VHS and watched it or rewatched it
Oh
to learn
my
the dance. I loved
gosh.
that dance.
Yes. And there was Michelle, played by the twins.
Oh, annoying.
Who are the twins?
The Olsen twins.
The Olsen twins, that's
Olsen
it.
twins. They had what?
She was cute.
I found the
Can
cuteness.
I tell
annoying.
you,
Yeah.
my daughter looks like, when my daughter was younger, she looks like her. She looks like a brunette version of her.
Oh, really?
She's
Oh,
cute, man.
Your daughter's cute. The Olsen twins annoyed me. They had that line. Oh,
You got it, dude.
oh, that's right. You got it, dude. Actually, that's kind of cute. I'll take it back.
Kimmy Gibbler.
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 Gibbler, the next door neighbour.
Yeah. She was annoying. She annoyed me.
Yeah.
Her
She's got
lanky legs.
lanky legs.
Look, with the thing of single dads, I'm going to go to the next one.
Yep.
Single dads are a theme in these
Yeah,
family
yeah.
sitcoms that I've chosen. Blossom.
Blossom.
Single dad.
Yeah.
Divorced father,
Yeah.
musician. Looking back, Mez, he was quite handsome now.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-mm.
I'll have to check it out.
So you had, there was Nick, the eldest brother, who was also a recovering drug
Yeah,
addict.
I do not remember this
I
at all.
don't remember that. All I remember is Joey.
Yeah, I don't actually remember him at all, let alone recovering alcoholic. Joey. So, yeah, Joey, yeah.
Joey was the middle dopey brother.
Dopey brother. Hot. Very cute. Very cute.
Trying to think what his tagline was.
But
Anyway.
Blossom we loved. And in the
Naim Bialik.
so it's funny because her, obviously, she had another huge role being in the
science
the Big
one.
Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, she'll always be Blossom.
Always.
And those hats of the 90s with the big
With the big
sunflower.
flower.
Yeah.
Oh, she was so cool. She did that dance at the start as well. And
That was a great show.
yeah, I used to think Joey was a handsome brother.
yes, he was. He was at
Mhm.
the time. Okay.
Whoa.
That was his hat.
Whoa.
What do you mean?
I may not get at the start, but I get there eventually.
2 hours later.
All right, what you got?
In West Philadelphia, born and raised. In the playground was where I spent most of my days.
I can't remember the rest. That's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Prince of
French.
French Prince of Bel-Air. French Prince of Bel-Air.
The French Prince of Bel-Air. The Fresh.
That was funny.
That was a great show.
So you think, like, for me, family, Full House, sorry, it wasn't necessarily funny, but for me, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was funny.
Will
Smith.
Will Smith,
where
that's right.
We were introduced to Will Smith and the Carlton dance.
Yes, the Carlton
And the
dance.
dad was funny, and yeah, it was I loved that show.
Yeah, that was a brilliant show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I haven't
say.
written it down. I just remember watching it, and that was before Will Smith was a big star
Yeah.
and a rapper and all that
Yeah.
jazz.
Again, it just had that star quality. He was
Yeah,
he stood
he
out.
had the it factor.
Yeah.
And I'll go on to Family Matters
Yes.
in 1989. There was
That's supposed to Urkel.
There was Carl and Harriet
Winslow.
Winslow
Yeah.
with their annoying neighbour, Steve Urkel. Did I do that?
Did I do that?
He disturbs their peace.
Yes, it is. High pants and suspenders.
And those big glasses. Kind of like what you're wearing now.
I do have that.
Is that in fashion now?
I think they even had a Urkel dance. I think it was like
Yeah,
an Urkel dance
it was like-
song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slide
Yep.
with his high pants.
It's funny because I don't remember much of the storylines. I mainly remember the dad and Urkel will
remember-
just come and stuff things up.
Urkel went on a date. That's all I remember.
So whatever
Oh,
it was-
that's right. And realizing that Urkel, played by the actor Jaleel, can't remember his name, and he wasn't uncool like Urkel. He was actually quite smooth.
yeah. I just remember the dad because he's in the movie Die Hard, so he plays the cop in Die Hard. It's like, that's the dad from Family Matters.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah. Can I give you it's a different one. So like a lot of the American ones were very like, cutesy, clean, not necessarily upper class, but upper middle class. And you got Roseanne. Streets of Chicago.
In their flannel.
Yes, messy
And
raw
jeans.
and hilarious.
Yeah.
I loved it.
We never
Different.
really watched Roseanne in our house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably because they were, I don't know, middle class.
But yeah, it's like Roseanne. Oh, I can't do it.
Was that on later? At night? Like, it was on a Sunday night.
Might be.
Later.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Although when
never
you
watched
mentioned the
it.
times, I can't remember the times that these other ones
Yeah.
were on. But yeah, it was very, more, not so, lower class, I suppose. Yes, roots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Raw roots.
Raw roots.
And just showed a bit more of the dysfunction.
Yeah.
It's a bit more realistic, really,
Yeah,
to the everyday
that's
family.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I am going different to you now
Yeah.
and more Australian, around the twist.
Oh, okay.
Single dad again, Mez.
Yeah.
And followed the kids of Linda, Pete and Bronson. They lived in an old lighthouse.
Yeah.
Where shenanigans
This
happened.
happened.
And it was brilliant. I don't know if it was a cutting edge sitcom for Australia.
Yeah.
Is it a sitcom? It's all different stories, but
I don't know.
it was brilliant, and
It
we
was.
watched it at school.
Yeah.
Never watch it at home,
I don't
only
know.
at school.
Why did we watch it at school? I think this is based on the
Friday
Paul Jennings,
afternoon.
Paul Jennings'
Yeah.
books. See, as a kid, it was
I want
like,
my
it's
kids to watch
fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you remember what that was? Home Improvement. Tim Allen.
Oh,
Was it? He used to do his show. That's not French. That's French with Bel-Air. He used to, when he did his show, they'd go do the grunting.
yeah, and Pamela Anderson was on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that, being the, I don't know what she
The
was.
tool girl.
Yeah, because he was Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yes.
And he had the neighbour Wilson, who'd only see
Yes.
the top half, and the
Wife Jill.
Jill, and the three kids, including the cutie in the middle,
Jonathan
and
Taylor Thomas,
who was the voice of Simba, who was a bit of a 90s heartthrob
Yeah.
for girls. That was fun. And if I say Mr. Sheffield,
Nanny.
nanny.
Oh, the nanny.
you know what's interesting about that? Because I watch free to air, and they've started showing the nanny reruns like at 12 o'clock at night, where I should be going to sleep. And it's watching it as an adult. I didn't realize how hot and how gorgeous her body was.
She's stunning.
I didn't realize because I was more relating to the kids, so I wasn't paying attention to them.
Her outfit.
No, and
Like it's not that thing of she's 30, so she's uncool
Yeah,
and a
past it.
spinster.
oh my
She
God.
was at her peak.
Yeah,
may
she
I
was
say.
stunning, and Niles the butler.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
CC Babcock.
Yes, that's it. That's our 90s sitcoms. We shall remember them fondly.
Okay.
Who did it better? Battle.
Ding ding. Here's the thing.
Is the thing.
So we have got from 2001, Who Did It Better? Bridget Jones's Diary
Mhm.
versus Muriel's Wedding from 1994. So do you want to start with Muriel or Bridget?
I've actually written down Bridget first.
I wrote Bridget
Let's
first
go
too.
Bridget.
All right,
The
Bridget
original
Jones.
one. Yeah, not the 1, 2, not the 2 or 3.
Jonesy. Just
Yep.
number one.
Yes.
Jonesy.
Yeah.
Gosh, tough to be a 32-year-old woman.
I know. Who is apparently so overweight.
She was like size 10.
I know. It's so funny how things have changed. And
She-
they fat shamed the hell out of her.
Yeah,
You look at her. She looks great.
She's just normal.
Yeah.
She gained 25 pounds, translated to 11 kilos for that role.
I
I
remember
thought it was more.
Yeah, I know. I remember it's a huge thing in the news at the time. Oh my gosh, I've put on so much weight.
And but she did it. She said she'll never do it again because there's a new movie out,
Mhm.
her latest in the series, and she says she refuses to gain weight for it again.
Fair
Fair
enough.
enough. She's
Fair
got
enough.
the weight behind her.
She's got the
The
weight
weight
of a
of
star. Yeah.
Celebrity. But it's based on the book by Helen Fielding, starring Renee Zellweger, a single woman, 32 years old, and it's a romantic comedy.
Mm-hmm. In quotation marks, spinster. Oh my goodness.
32 years old. That's
Yeah.
when you're peaking as a woman.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think it's again a thing that obviously the times have changed there because in your 30s living in London, now I'd be like, good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you. Funny, very, very funny.
Very clever.
Movie, very clever.
Yeah.
And can we talk about her love interests in here?
Please do. So based off, very loosely off Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, okay.
So Colin Firth played Mark Darcy.
Pride and
Mr.
Prejudice.
Darcy.
Yeah, it's funny. I find him, he holds his cards close to his chest. So do I love him? No, but I can see like how throughout the movie, you start warming to him.
Grows.
Yeah. Because he's
like
not all
you
out
learn
there.
the personality.
Yeah. Whereas,
When he wore that bloody jumper with the reindeer, red flag, vom ick.
I thought we had to, Christmas episode, you said you liked the thing about the daggy jumpers.
Not on a love interest. I'll get the ick. No, I love a daggy jumper on me.
Okay, no.
Not on him.
And what does your husband think when you wear the daggy jumper?
He just thinks it's me. He looks at me and goes, oh, no.
So now the love interest is Hugh Grant. Ooh, I feel like he was at his peak of sexiness in this movie.
As Daniel Cleaver.
Yes, who was very naughty.
He was vulgar.
Yes. He didn't give a shit. The scene when they're in the rowboat and he's reciting Kiss with a cigarette in his mouth and he falls in. Ooh, he was hot in this movie.
He was I'm sorry, but when you talk about that, he was disrespectful to Bridget. Like, he was a playboy and a cigarette, reading Keats to her. Yeah. But he didn't really respect her.
Because he didn't take it seriously. He was all just about the nookie. But that's
hot at the start, turned off at the end.
Yeah, turned off.
Colin Firth turned off at the start, hot at the end.
To me, I never got to the hot.
I was attracted to him.
No, I wasn't. And because I watched it the other night, and the scene at the end, when he reads her diary, and then he goes to buy a new one, and they go kiss in the street, and she goes, "Oh, good boys don't kiss like that." And he goes, "Yes, they effing do."
Yeah,
but then he gives her this crappy kiss. It's like, if you got a kiss, get in there. But so I don't know. I feel like they match together well.
Yeah,
I just didn't have that relationship with him. So.
No, that's okay. Look, this is why we don't fight over guys. We have this different.
True.
we have never fought over a guy.
We have such different tastes in men.
Another thing that stood out for me was when the Tarts and Vickers party.
Yeah.
And she turned up in a little bunny tail.
Yes.
And they changed the theme of the party on her and her dad.
That'd be so awkward to be coming to a party where you're the only one dressed up. Did you ever in primary school come in the wrong uniform or think it was dress up day?
I would be so paranoid about that happening.
My husband told me he was convinced that he had to come to school. I think it was in his communion outfit. And his dad's like, no. And he started crying, my husband started crying, saying, yes, so he got sent to school. His communion outfit. I have to verify this. It's something like that. And
did it have ruffles? Was it a ruffled shirt? Well, I can imagine him in a ruffled shirt.
Imagine that. And everyone else in school in their normal uniform thinking, what the fuck? I really hope it's that. I don't think it was sport uniform. I remember the stakes were higher than the sport uniform.
Formal attire. And when you have the wrong dress code, it does play on you, as it did for Bridget and her father.
100%. So I can see why they were hiding. What I loved about it as well were the friends. The friends are always there for her, always supporting her. You're good enough until she figured out herself. She's good enough. Yeah, the friends are great.
Absolutely. The fight scene.
Yes.
Fight scene at the end.
I love
Two men fighting over a woman.
When they're actually fighting, you hear him go, they're trying to, they can't actually fight. They don't know what they're doing. I love that. The competent fighting. Yes. So this movie I found there's more comedic, I found.
Yeah.
The Muriel's wedding, and more about the love interest.
Oh, okay.
I found there was more focus on love interest. So let's go.
Now we're going to Muriel's wedding.
Yep.
So Toni Collette played Muriel Heslop, 22 years old.
Oh, really? Baby.
Yep. She gained 20 kilos, translated to 40 pounds for this role.
Okay.
So stakes were higher,
Mm-hmm.
bigger.
In what town?
Porpoise Spit. She grew up in Porpoise Spit with her father, Bill Heslop,
Oh,
a politician.
can I just say, because that's played by Bill Hunter.
Yes.
And because I watched Strictly Ballroom a few weeks ago, because he plays the judge in it. He
Yeah.
always played this really obnoxious asshole character. And he did it so well.
So well.
You'd love to hate him. I'm
Yes.
curious what he was like in real life.
I assume he would be good because you know when someone's a good actor when you hate the character.
Yeah.
And some people can't tell that apart. That's a bit
I know. You think,
delulu.
yeah.
But I didn't like him. And
No. So he played the oppressive dad, and the mum had depression.
she wasn't appreciated.
no.
That was very sad. So that was Betty Heslop,
Yeah. And,
played by Jeannie Drynan.
and her two siblings as well.
You're terrible, Muriel.
It was very depressive household.
Sucking down.
Yes, sucked and dry. So she had to get
Yeah.
out of there. She wanted a new life.
Yeah, like she was, again, like Bridget, in need of a change.
Mm-hmm.
And so she went to the wedding.
Yep.
And was it Chook? She saw Chook having it off with one of the bridesmaids.
Yep.
Chook. But her whole thing was she just wanted to get married. If
Yep.
she got married, she made it in life.
Yeah.
And then
Let me tell you, it's not the case.
opposite direction. And she saw money from her parents to go to Hibiscus Island to join those bitchy high school girls.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing here?
Hibiscus Island, from Porpoise Spit to Hibiscus. God bless that writer
I
of that
know.
show. So poor Love had such low self-esteem, and it's where she met Rhonda.
Rachel Griffiths?
Yeah.
Played by Rachel Griffiths.
Fun.
Fun.
Really fun.
Yeah, so it was good watching that relationship develop.
They moved to Sydney together.
Yeah.
To live their life. And she
Yeah.
met Tim Sims.
Tim Sims.
And
that's
they had that raucous night out and the beanbag
Beanbag,
and all the beans go everywhere. And she's
it's very funny, that scene. I
and
really
Rhonda's
it.
like with two Navy
Yeah,
guys.
that's right.
Go Rhonda.
Yeah. Living it up.
Raunchy.
At the end of that scene, she said she can't walk. So it turns out that she has.
She had cancer on the spine.
Yeah.
So she became paralysed.
Yeah, and that's where sort of Muriel starts regressing, and she pretends she's a bride and starts getting bridal fittings and trying on
Yes.
dresses for her.
And she just leaves
Okay.
Rhonda behind.
Yeah, and then she answers a want ad for a bride, and she
With
makes
the swimmer, David Van Arkel, where she got $10,000.
Well done. Her grinning on the day when he just see when he gets married, he looks petrified. He's like, oh my God, what am I doing? And she's just like, this is the best thing ever.
But all the wrong people in her life were main stars in her wedding. She made those bitchy girls bridesmaids.
Yep.
Rhonda wasn't a bridesmaid.
No.
And her mum came late. She was rushing to go to the wedding and she didn't get any acknowledgement.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
They actually did have a nice poignant moment, the Muriel and the husband, when they actually talked honestly.
Yeah.
And that was actually really nice, because that sort of moment that she wasn't.
She
Muriel,
stood up for herself.
yeah, and she wasn't pretending for
Because he
for a while.
said to her, he was like, what sort of woman marries a man for money? And she
Yeah.
goes, well, you did the same. And that's when he kind of respected her because she stood up for herself.
Yeah.
And then they consummated their marriage. And
Yeah.
I think she left him. Like she just
Because it coincided
morals.
with her mum passing away.
yeah.
So, yeah, then she basically had to reevaluate things, and she's like, nah. So she stood up to her dad, stood up to her siblings, and sort of
Redemption.
She redeemed herself. She's like, nah, I'm not going to take this anymore.
Yeah.
She went back to Rachel Griffiths' Rhonda and apologized for being a dick. And yeah,
Like a knight in shining armor, she took Rhonda to Sydney.
Yeah.
She rescued Rhonda out of Porpoise Spit.
yes, she's like, get away from these
Yeah.
bitches and let's go. Yeah, and it ended with her coming
Milestone moment.
her coming into herself. Yeah. So much more heavier topics than Bridget Jones.
Yes.
Definitely it's heavier. So if we're looking at, are we judging now who did
All right,
it better?
who did it better? You go. Who do you think did it better?
I appreciate Muriel's wedding.
Yeah.
I really do. But for the enjoyment factor, I love Bridget Jones. So I'm saying Bridget Jones did it better.
I am on the fence. I appreciate the lightness of Bridget Jones, but I also appreciate the depth of Muriel's wedding.
Mm.
So I'm on the fence. I love them both.
Okay. It's
Both
a tie.
of them, knocked each other out.
Well, that that is it for another show.
Oh, we did good. See, no men to rescue us.
That-
We rescued each other.
Doing it on our own.
Head above the surface. We're doing it.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow, all of that
Yeah.
stuff. You know, we need it.
If you want to help us grow, share us with your friends.
Please
Don't keep
do.
us to yourself.
And for all those who have shared, thank you very much.
Thank
We've had a few
you.
new audience members come along.
I
so thank
know. That's
you.
been amazing. So
Hello.
hello and goodbye.